This book is written in the form of a letter to 𝐀𝐦𝐿's 15-year-old son Summary, addressing the realities affiliated with being an African American in the United States. The author educates his son about the racist violence that has been there in the American culture. The author writes about his own personal experiences as a black person in America and explains what it is like to live in a black body in the United States. He describes his childhood and his upbringing in the ghettos of Baltimore. He explains how he had to learn the codes of the street to survive, but he never fully adopted those street codes. He mentions that his father was very hard on him, but now, while writing the letter, he mentions that now he realized that black parents often are hard on their children so that they do not lose their children. The blacks were marginalized and they were desperate to assert their humanity. He says that it was an essential task to protect themselves and they had to announce their presence as human beings. During his youth, 𝐀𝐦𝐿 felt that school and religion were useless, but he continued to study because he wanted to go to Howard University. 𝐀𝐦𝐿 mentions that it was at Howard University that he underwent an intellectual awakening. He would often marvel at the diversity of black people at Howard. During his university time, he learned about his own people and realized how imperfect his understanding of that history was. 𝐀𝐿 met his future wife at Howard University. When he was studying there, he heard that one of his classmates, Prince Jones, had died. Prince was killed by police. Prince John's death made him extremely angry and disillusioned, but he could do nothing but feel resentful. He realized that the black bodies lacked value in the United States. He concluded that the black bodies could be eliminated at random. Even a black person from a well-to-do family was not an exception. A person's status and economic status could not save a black person. Although an officer had killed Prince, 𝐀𝐿 mentions that it was not just the individual officer, it was the direct expression of America's beliefs. He writes that the history of the destruction of the black body is the heritage of the United States. It was through police brutality and racial profiling that the creation and promotion of the dream was possible. The dream includes Americans' desire of comfort, nice house, and suburban neighborhood. It also includes pool parties and barbecues. He mentions that the people who consider that they are white pursue this and they say that it is a noble goal to achieve all this. The people who call themselves white ignore anything that is uncomfortable. However, they do not believe that they are racist. They say that if they achieve the dream, it will happen through their audacity and mettle. He writes that his son will have to be twice as good. He should enable himself to take responsibility for the actions that are performed by the other black people. He tells his son that he will have to learn to struggle more than everyone else. He writes that it is dangerous to inhabit in a black body in the United States. He feels sorry that he cannot assist his son or to make things right. He says that it is very much frustrating to always be the below of one's country. He says that it is equally frustrating to always have to strive harder. At the end of the book, the author concludes that he does not feel that there is any chance of the dreamers waking into consciousness. They are plundering the earth as they plunder black bodies. However, the author declares that there will be a reckoning someday, but he says that it is not something to hope for because whatever they will sow will be reaped by the dreamers. He concludes by saying that blacks must live in their community and find joy and happiness in their community because it is what they have. He ends the narrative by declaring that although their struggle is hard, it provides meaning in his life.